Welcome to NCSS Here for You. Since 1958, Northwestern Counseling and Support Services has been providing access to high-quality services which promote healthy living and emotional well-being to the residents of Franklin and Grand Isle counties. Over the years, as the needs of the community have changed, so too have the programs and services that we make available to assist children, adolescents, adults, families, and seniors. We take our role in the community seriously and strive to provide the highest quality services. According to Eric Erickson, a noted developmental psychologist, every person must pass through a series of 8 interrelated stages over the entire life cycle. NCSS provides a continuum of services to meet the needs of individuals who at any point seek assistance. NCSS's purpose is creating a stronger community, one person at a time. Now, let's get to today's show. I'm Joe Halko, Director of Community Relations for Northwestern Counseling and Support Services, and welcome to another episode of NCSS Here for You. Each month on this program, we discuss a services topic, and we do that with staff from one of our 3 direct services divisions. Our 3 service divisions are Behavioral Health Services, Children, Youth, and Family Services, and Developmental Services. And on occasion, we have guests from organizations that NCSS collaborates with throughout the year. This month's episode is titled Difference Makers. Recently, NCSS held our 2015 annual meeting and recognition night at the American Legion in St. Albans. During the recognition portion of the evening, awards were presented to community members for Lifetime Achievement and Community Partner. In addition, the Partner in Excellence Award was presented to an NCSS staff member. Now, let's take a look at the award presentation ceremony and the deserving recipients that were honored that evening.
Now it's time for our awards ceremony. Very exciting part of this evening. And this year we'll be presenting awards in 3 categories. Lifetime Achievement Award, the Marcheta Townsend Community Partner Award, and the Partner in Excellence Award. NCSS's purpose statement is creating a stronger community, one person at a time. As you hear the stories of each of our award recipients this evening, you'll understand how each of them exemplifies that spirit. The Lifetime Achievement Award honors individuals from within the community who have made significant contributions to advance mental health or intellectual and developmental disability services in Vermont. You'll marvel at the incredible contributions that this year's recipients, Warren and Barbara Ham, have made over the years in our community. The Marcheta Townsend Community Partner Award honors individuals from outside the organization who collaborate with NCSS to ensure success. Tonight you'll learn about a couple that go above and beyond each day, making a difference in the lives of not only NCSS staff and clients, but everyone that they come in contact with from the community throughout the year. And the Partner in Excellence Award is intended to be the highest honor the organization can give to one of our employees, for it recognizes staff that are in the top 1% in the organization. These employees exemplify NCSS's values of safety, responsiveness, compassion, and integrity. In addition, they have made a major contribution to a client, to the organization, or to the community at large. This year's recipient is Lance Mateer, who is a school-based clinician as well as a youth mental health first aid training specialist in our Children, Youth, and Family Services Division. At this time, I'd like to bring back to present the awards Dr. Ted Mabel to present the 3 awards this evening. Ted?
Okay, first the Lifetime Achievement Award. And this is the award awarded to Barbara and Ham. Let me tell you a little bit about them. They're both very well known in the community. They have donated loads of time and they worked on projects throughout the community. to the event that there's no one that can compete with them. But their life hasn't been without, their family life hasn't been without its challenges also. And they have been a couple that have experienced a family member with severe persistent mental illness. I think it was been through that journey that they have become outspoken advocates of community for community mental health, and the importance of community mental health in supporting the lives of families and supporting families. But they have really been very outspoken, publicly outspoken about community mental health. They're not ashamed of it, talking about it. And I think our feeling of our management team, that they have probably been, more than anybody in the community, have tacked the system. Because to deal with stigma, we're going to have to be able to be publicly engaged dialogue with the public. Remember what I wanted to say about their home. Their involvement not only in the community, but into the world. If you go into houses, they have like they have plaques, and they have hundreds and hundreds of awards. So we are being very respectful and appreciative of the work that they've done, and they've become soldiers, or I should say sailors, in the journey of attacking community mental health and being able to enrich the lives of our community. So if you please come up and join me for your award.
Yeah, please sit down. Joe started out the program by asking the question, what does NCSS do? I'll give you in 2 words what it does. It produces miracles. Miracles do happen, regardless of all our cynics today. And Ted Maple and his organization of fantastic professionals have produced a miracle. That's pretty good. Many years ago, when we had a tour of duty in Korea, and we met this pretty little girl, and we adopted her. Mary was here tonight. And we brought her back with us, and fantastic musician. And this is in high school age, and we thought, what an obnoxious teenager, going through some kind of a stage. But it ended up playing schizophrenic, manic depressive, you name it. So over the 30-odd years, there has been nothing that we have not experienced. And Mary has stood in there, been a good trooper. But I'll tell you right now, if it wasn't for NCSS and the compassion and the professionalism of your staff, I'm not too sure what we'd be doing. I wouldn't be standing here, I don't think. So we very humbly accept this award, and everywhere I go, I sing the praises of NCSS. It gets now so nobody ever says anything derogatory about it. Thank you, Ted. Thank you very much.
You might want to.
Okay, the second award is a Community Partner Award, and that really goes to our staff identifies a provider, in some cases in the community, that really partners with us, and together in that partnership we're able to do more than alone. Now the interesting partner that we're recognizing are the Tatros and our restaurant. I don't know the Tatros, I haven't met the Tatros. The lobby, hopefully I will tonight, you're sitting out there somewhere, that this came from the staff. The line staff felt very strongly about them, and I unknowingly, not knowing what's going on, I eat the sandwiches. That's all I know. That's all I know. But let me just read you. This is things that staff wrote me, okay, and lobbying to recognize the Tatro family. They care a lot about our clients and our staff. They have asked staff how a client is doing that they haven't seen in a long time. They give us a reduced rate for all the food for our client holiday parties, hams, potatoes, vegetables, extra. They are patient, understanding, and welcoming to our clients. They are tolerant of clients that make messes or use their bathroom. They have hired some of our clients. CRT caseworkers went in to buy a $10 gift to give to another caseworker for helping her, and when the Tatro heard what it was for, they gave her the gift card free. Their food is awesome. They just have a lot of interaction with our clients, with some of our most challenging clients. They have called crisis before to say, staff person told me to call if I'm ever concerned about a client. They follow up to make sure our clients are safe. So I can't say anything more than that. What a wonderful series of comments from our line staff. So would the Tatros please come up and join the meeting.
I've got something prepared.
Okay, good.
No, I don't. I'll make this as short as painless for everybody as I possibly can. My wife and I really appreciate this. I prepared a couple things and I wrote a speech down and I was going to read it, and I realized I'm a terrible reader. So I scrapped that and I said, well, I'll write something down and I'll memorize it. And then my memory's worse than my reading. So that went out too. So I figured I'd just go off the cuff and, to NCSS for what all they do is incredible. And we buy into it 1,000%. And it's great for the community. I was a little emotional with that speech. So, we don't feel we do a lot, but when it gets recognized, it's a great thing. So my staff's here, props to them, because without their commitment and support, we don't do any of this. So thank you. This is going on the wall, and as honored as we are to hang this, the real award is knowing a little bit that what we do matters. So, thank you very much.
Our third award is what we finally refer to as our 1%er award. Given to one of our employees who have shown outstanding performance, or really when we look for somebody who exemplifies the values that we want to model as a system. And our values of being compassionate, being outcome-oriented, of higher integrity, being responsive. And our person selected is a young man, Lance Taylor, born and brought up in Fairfax, got his bachelor's degree from Champlain in social work and a master's degree from Southern New Hampshire in counseling. And who I didn't know before we were developing our adult mental health aid program, and as that started to take off, it's like any marketing, we add that to what we're doing, but we kind of realized that we probably, if we had the money, we really should be able to identify somebody who could actually grab onto this and actually work 1 or 2 days a week on a project, and being able to support the program as if people were calling in and wanting to book more and more classes. And Todd Bauman says, I think I got just the guy that would grab onto that and develop that. So I said, bring him. We were lucky. We had Lance working 2 days a week. Well, as time marches on, he did a great job, eased some of the burden, but then as time marches on, the new program of youth, okay, we probably trained I don't know how many hundreds of people in a 2 or 3 year period. Then the youth program came on, saying, my God, this will hit the schools. In other words, this is something schools need, faculties want, and that sort of thing. So Lance was sent to put to work to start marketing to the schools. Well, what that took off, so the demand was exceeded at capacity, being able to provide that. So as he developed the children's program, he calls me one day and says, we're going to train all 125 teachers at MBU in 1 day. I said, Lance, could you start with 20 people at a time? If we fail at this, and fail with 125 people, teachers knowing it, okay, it's going to kill the program. He said, no, I can take care of it. I said, if we're going to get all the teachers, he said, I'll patch it all together. Well, and it's one of those things as a manager, you want your people to grow, but you sit back and sweat. If they blow it, how are you going to pick up the pieces? Well, lo and behold, I get a call from the superintendent. So I'm worried all day that this is supposed to be going on. Okay? And about 5 o'clock at night, I get a call from the superintendent of schools and the principal. Just wanted me to know. I said, you probably were worried about how this was going to go. It went outstanding. The teachers loved it. Free Press came in, if you read it did a big newspaper article. And he just has a natural talent to grab on something and move it on. Doesn't stop there. He starts working with a person from the state to write a grant and say, wouldn't it be wonderful if we could spread this throughout Vermont? On that. And so they write a federal grant, lo and behold, win a 3-year federal contract to train 2 to 3 people at each school, what I call, catchment area, all 10 around Vermont. So over a 3-year period, they'll be trained professionals certified in youth mental health that train in schools throughout the state of Vermont. And he'll be heading up that project, working on it 2 days a week. All right? But that exemplifies the leadership that he was able to provide to a program. On top of it, I don't think I'm able to really capture the character of the person, which is really the more important, which is hard to put your finger on. But these are some comments that people have made about him. Lance's excitement about the work and understanding of the importance to connect with and reach community partners makes him an admirable role model for other staff in our system. He inspires new staff and raises the bar in quality. He's professional, responsive, and knowledgeable. Lance does wonderful therapeutic work on the individual level with children and families. However, the large scale in which he has promoted a message of understanding about mental illness for our community is quite miraculous. Ted chose the Mental Health First Aid program for a reason, because he believes in the power of informing and educating the public. And now that can spread into prevention and wellness. Lance has embraced this philosophy wholeheartedly and has really run with this vision. I believe his energy, enthusiasm, and intelligence are making a huge impact on this community, and he's a great ambassador for Northwestern Counseling. On that note, would you come to join me, Lance, to receive his 1% award? His wife is able, right?
She is able.
She's able to make it. She's due at any second. In fact, I think it was due at Halloween, right? But you're going to make it through the night.
Sure. So I was hoping she would be in labor before I actually got to say something up here, but she's not. So I just really appreciate, I started here about a year ago now. I just really appreciate how well welcoming everyone has been and the support that I've received. But also the opportunities that I've had to really grow and challenge myself and try something new. And I really look forward to continuing to work and develop this program at the statewide level now. And it's really exciting to kind of see where that goes. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Before I leave the podium, I appreciate you give a hand to Joe and Trish, my assistant, who does all the work, quite frankly, in putting this show on the road.
All right, well, congratulations to our award recipients, Lance, Mr. and Mrs. Tatro, well-deserved, Mr. and Mrs. Ham. I can speak with experience about Admiral Ham and his wife. Everyone knows in any civic organization, if you want something done, call on the Admiral, and it will get done, because when the Admiral calls, you click your heels and say, yes, sir, and you do it. So thank you very much, Warren, for all that you do. I'm not surprised that you have that wall of plaques in your home. It's certainly a testament to all that you both do for our community. And I wanted to pick up on something that the Admiral said. He said that what NCSS does can be summed up in 2 words. I think it can be summed up in 1 word, which is experience. On the one hand, it's the experience of our staff, our leadership, and all of our employees, and the value that brings to our organization. And in the other sense, it's the experience that our clients have, which benefits from the experience of all of you. And after all, that's why we're here, to serve our clients. That's what's most important. And we strive to provide the best experience overall for our clients and the community in general. And as you've seen tonight from Ted's presentation, all of the incredible benchmarks that you all have been able to achieve this past year in terms of quality, it really is, from someone who's looking on the outside in, it is such a rare thing to see, and I'm just, as I've said previously, I'm in awe of all of you. So I'd like you all to give yourselves a round of applause tonight for all that you do for our organization. Thank you very much.
Difference makers, congratulations to all of our 2015 award recipients. Lifetime Achievement Award recipients Warren and Barbara Ham, the Marcheta Townsend Community Partner Award recipients Gary and Lisa Tatro, and Partner in Excellence Award recipient Lance Mateer. Individuals making significant contributions to the residents of Franklin and Grand Isle counties. That's it for this month's episode. I want to thank you for spending time with us again this month. Also, you can learn more about NCSS and all of our programs and services by logging on to ncssinc.org. I'm Joe Halko, and I'll be back next month with another episode of NCSS Here for You.
This has been another episode of NCSS Here for You. We hope that you found today's discussion informative and educational. Since 1958, Northwestern Counseling and Support Services has been providing access to high-quality services which promote healthy living and emotional well-being to the residents of Franklin and Grand Isle counties. Over the years, as the needs of the community have changed, so too have the programs and services that we make available to assist children, adolescents, adults, families, and seniors. Thanks once again for tuning in this month. NCSS's purpose remains creating a stronger community, one person at a time.